Are you ready? Are you ready?
All systems nominal.
Okay, good. Hello and welcome to the Independent Broadcast Network. It's Winners with the One. I'm here with Aila, and we are here tonight because usually we would be doing LHL on DGL, but tonight we're doing it on the Independent Broadcast Network as Twitch has changed some things around. So in the meantime, here we are to bring you three big games as always on every Tuesday. Toronto versus Boston will be our first one, followed by San Jose versus Hartford, and then our final game has playoff implications. From what I understand, it'll be New York versus Chicago. So some good ones on the lineup here. And we'll see. I see Boston says that they have 5. That's good because LHL currently plays 5v5. So we should be getting underway shortly here as the teams start preparing. And we thank you for joining us. And our first game here, Toronto versus Boston. I believe these teams are second and third in the league. This is the last day of the season, of the regular season for LHL. Yes, they are already preparing to go into their playoffs for the season. So tonight will be the last regulation night of LHL that we are bringing you here. And as we look at the team lineup so far, it looks like, well, we'll see if each team has 5. It's been very interesting to watch the 5v5 game. I know we've talked a lot about it. The usual hockey question mark game is played 4v4 in international play, but LHL, this is their first season doing 5v5, and so far it's been very interesting and I think quite productive. I was talking to some of the league guys the other day about this. It makes for more of a defensive game. It makes passing more important, and it's worked out pretty well. Several people were skeptical. I admit I was to see how it played out, but it's made for some good games, and I think it will make for some good games tonight here on IBN. And of course, I've got Aila with me, and don't forget, IBN has a free music library. We haven't talked much about this, but it's starting to grow, and so we want you to know more about it. If you go to 720.org/IBN, you can find the free music library wherever you're streaming, whether it's Hitbox or Twitch or Gaming Live or, it's that one in Russia. I signed us up for that one in Russia. I may do Monday Night Hentai there. I'm trying to figure out where to do Monday Night Hentai that will allow me to. But wherever you're streaming, sometimes there are content ID issues and things like that are, in some cases, quite restrictive. So the IBN Free Music Library is completely royalty-free, and we're adding new artists, and you can use it for your streams, for your videos, for whatever kind of creative work you do. And we encourage you to do so. The music that you hear throughout the course of the night and throughout all these casts is from that music library. So definitely check it out. As we're looking at the lineups here for Boston, it's going to be Zam, Nina, Burnworm, Dick McButts, and Pet the Pizza. And I'm going to tell them that we are on Hitbox tonight. So let the world know. We've already let you know on social media. Follow us at IBN Casting on Twitter. And And there you go. That's why. So for Toronto, they're going to be in red. It's going to be Dr. Germs, Dildozer, Go Leafs Go, Duche, and Big V. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't follow whatever team Duche is on in real life. That's my bad. And we are about to get this thing underway between the second and third teams in the league. San Jose clinching a playoff spot already, and already a save having to be made by Nina here as they start the pressure. And this Toronto team in red. And now stolen. And possible chance here at center ice. He's going to go ahead and launch. That one's going to go wide to the left. And they'll take this into the corner. And we will see Dick McButts come away with it and take the long shot and score! Oh, man. He's Dick McWatts tonight. But, my goodness.
I am almost speechless.
Yeah. Dick McButts, as we always say, a very prolific goal scorer. He gets it done from wherever, and sometimes, those long shots. That was one of the reasons they tried to get things going in 5v5, because those long shots can be deadly, and sometimes it's helpful to block those passing lanes. And what a save right there by Duche as he gets the stick on it. And so he will keep it from being 2-0 here. And now back in the other direction. No, puck loose at center ice. They're going to have to chase this down. And the backhander will be sent in. There is Big V back there sitting around to Go Leafs Go. He's going to go ahead and fire. This one going to bounce out in front. Chance! Shot off the post! And the rebound is cleared out. And, that could have been very, very close. Now back the other way. The save made once again. And the puck going back to center ice. No, they're going to hold on to it here and dump it in. But it is quickly handled by Dr. Germs there. Bet the Pizza to pick it off. And both teams just kind of scrambling for the puck throughout most of this period so far. We're very early on in this game. A 1-0 lead for Boston. And these two teams, like I said, they are right up at the top of the league. Another big save there. And that one's going to sneak through a couple of people. And, that extra person making a difference as they're able to block those lanes and subsequently the shots and passes. So now they'll switch it to the opposite end of the rink here on the far side. And again, nobody's really going for serious puck control here. They're mostly just trying to get positioning in place. And it'll take the puck back to Zam. He's going to go ahead and send it in from the point. And the bounces off and gone back the other way. So Go Leafs Go now. He will find Big V. And it looked like it was sort of in between a possible shot and a one-timer attempt. But either way, not going. This one deflected dangerously. Duche there to make the stop, as that went off one of his own players. And sometimes those are dangerous. So now, here we go. Other direction, Nina to come out and stop this. And we'll see Boston gather things back up. And again, trying to look across to Zam there. This one's going to go off the boards. And back around. So a pretty lively game so far. Nothing really crazy just yet. But these are teams that will be contending for the championships. So, and they seem to match up pretty well. Here's a chance. Oh, but he's not able to get everything on that. And it goes behind the net. Half a minute left in this first period, and the sole goal of the game has come from Dick McButts. But now here the other way. Shot wide to the left. And they're going to hold this in. Tries to send it to the middle. It is blocked before it could get in. And another big defensive stop there, as they are doing a good job of just shutting down the middle. And that is something that is very important to do in these games. As we go to the second period. 1-0 is your score. Will that score line hold with these two teams and with the personnel they have on the ice? I would be surprised if it did. I think we're going to see a few more goals before this thing is said and done. Who will score those goals? We'll just have to watch and see. That's the beauty of it. As we begin the second period, nice pass over everybody from one end of the rink to the other. And now it will go the length of the ice as well as the width. And so Dr. Germs singing it down. Oh, look out. They're going to fling this one in. It's got a chance and quickly swept off the line. It's got some defensive help there. And now Toronto in a good position to play defense here, as they're mostly back. And then now quickly moving it on offense, though. Here's the shot. Oh, and he was looking for the one-timer on the goal. Oh, but Dildozer! Oh! As he sneaks one through, as Nina got a chunk of that one, but it still eludes him and gets in the net. And so we are tied at 1. Wow. Okay, BRB. All right. So back in action here. What did I miss? Okay, nobody scored. Okay, that's good. We're at the 3-minute mark here, and both teams have notched one so far. And there's a shot, or no, I don't think that was meant to be a shot, but it did come very close to the net. Nina very alert, watching for that. And now they've got a chance here and a quick defensive move. And it has been all about defense here so far. That was Big V. Sometimes it's hard to tell. These names kind of run together when they start playing defense as tightly as they have been. But here's one sent in. Oh, again, that one got through some people. And even though he was screened, Duche able to make that stop. So we go to the 2-minute mark, and this is a very close game, and it's a good game. Although it hasn't been one of those wild scoring games, we're seeing a high level of play here, as they're very good with defense on both ends, and both goalies have made some saves. And so this one, who knows, it may go down to the wire. I'm probably caster cursing it by saying that. A lot of the times it'll be close, and then somebody will just start pulling away in the third period. But we'll see how this one goes. Aila?
Yes.
Strategy?
I think it is really a matter of controlling possession.
Yeah, it has been so far, because nobody's really had a clear advantage on that. It's just kind of been a very back and forth game. Nobody's really been able to, but I think part of that is probably that we're not seeing a lot of the McButt style of just taking on the world 1v1 or 1v5 in this case. But we're seeing these teams, and that's probably one of the reasons that these teams are at the top of the LHL, is that they play very well as a team. But yeah, it's very defensive, very chippy, very hard to maintain that possession so far, but things could change very quickly because this is the LHL, and as we know, things change pretty quickly. So we're under 30 seconds of the second period here. And Toronto will control the puck, and only briefly, though, as this one is picked off, sent back in. All the bodies knocking down, shot, score! Dick McButts with his second. Oh, my, as he just put the hammer on him. No penalty called. And that is one way to get separation from the defense. Just knock them down, and my goodness.
I am almost speechless.
Again? Yes. Oh, I know. Dick McButts has a way of leaving us speechless, Aila. So, I don't know. Your thoughts? No? Okay. I'm like you. We're just witnesses to history. We will just silently watch this and see how it goes. It could go either way. But down by one now, this Toronto team, and loose on the break, the shot, the score, Dildozer. Oh, so it's the Dildozer versus Dick McButts show here so far. And wow. What a play.
High level stuff.
And again, both of those goals from each of them, they really didn't have a lot of time to get those off. I mean, both teams are marking each other very closely on defense, to borrow a soccer term, or world football, if you will. And so it's about quick release. It's about just getting just enough room to make something happen. But as soon as we say go, Leafs go with a little bit of room, and shot wide. This is center cross, though, the save made. And they're going to get it back. Another one through and behind the net, as that one hit a couple of people on the way in. Oh, but we have a game on our hands now. 3:24 left in the third. And so, Dick McButts sneaks one through from distance. How about that?
Oh, my.
Whoa, Dick McButts. He has the hat trick, and a couple of those were from way out, and good goals. And then the other one, he just physically cleared out room to get the shot. So again, Boston will regain the lead here. Will it be enough? They do have the puck again in the Toronto zone. We'll see Dildozer come out with it. And he'll look up the ice to try to make the pass. And, that almost had a chance. But it is cleared out as Nina came out big to play that. So we near the 2-minute mark. A spirited effort by both teams, and here's a good chance. Here, the shot, the score! Jar Truck with the assist from Zam, and that could clinch things. They got a 4-2 lead here. And in a game that's been as tightly contested as this one, a 2-goal lead is big. Oh, but that's a big save right there by Duche as he whacks that one down. But here's another chance off the rebound, and that one's going to go off the side of the net. We're nearing the minute-and-a-half mark. Oh, they're surprised that Jarvin scored. Come on, man. Jarvin, big-time player. And you have to be to make it to the lofty heights of the Legends Hockey League. And so now Toronto's got to do something quick. They are down to almost a minute left of play. And so now Boston will start being a little bit more deliberate with possession. And no, moving it through the shot and just over the net. But they are keeping the pressure on. Well, they might let up a bit and just try to play keep away, but they are still being very aggressive with the puck. And it's worked well for them so far. And now you'll see them just try to keep things going in the Toronto zone. 30 seconds left. They will again hold it here. Moving through. McButts across. Save made. Sent back. Picked up at center ice. Zam sent in. 18 seconds now. And yes, that with the puck deep in the Toronto zone and a 2-goal lead, it looks like Boston is going to take this one as time ticks down on our first game of the night here on Tuesday Night LHL, and a good one as Boston will get the win here against Toronto. More coming. Stay tuned. All right, so coming up, San Jose versus Hartford. And Hartford may be down a person enough that they have Dick Van Dyke and Dick Van Dyke 2. Okay, they have 4. Okay, so that's good. It's been a tough season for this Hartford team, but they are here to play against the league leaders, who will obviously be the number 1 seeds going into the playoffs. They clinched a few weeks back their playoff spot. And they've got 4 out here currently: Kapanen, Crabbing a Tree, Lucic, and Baby Rage. And so we'll see who Hartford brings out. They're going to have Tic Tac Bo, Dick Van Dyke, and Dick Van Dyke 2. I think he said something about playing on 2 computers. So it may be one of those things where he's going to be the goalie, and then he'll just switch back and forth. Yes, it is. Yes, Dick Van Dyke 2, son of Dick Van Dyke, has sired a lineage to play in the net for them tonight. And San Jose, we'll see. Are they playing with 5? They are, yes. They got Sammy in there as well. And already a shot score from Lucic. Wow.
Yes, wow.
Okay. So this one already off to a flying start, as we see the rather immobile DVD 2, as we'll see when he starts to switch back and forth between machines. So yeah, they have I suppose 3.5 v5 out here. But here is he comes in with a save, but Lucic is going to get credit for the goal as he tries to reach behind him for that one. And that was somewhat of an own goal, but this is an experiment. This is an experiment in progress. Here is a wide open net for Lucic, and one of the quickest hat tricks perhaps in LHL history. I'm not sure, but we haven't even gotten a minute in. And Lucic has 3 goals for San Jose. My goodness.
Look out.
We'll see if that continues. Hartford probably is going to be happy to just get a goal or 2 out of this. And so now DVD the second will come out and play this. Oh, but it's taken away from him. But he does get the deflection. And you see him coming out to challenge the shooter, which was probably a good move. Bo and Tic Tac going at the puck, and now looking for the backhander, and that's going to go in. What a play.
Absolutely.
And Lucic with 4 now. He's just padding his stats. And remember that LHL does have a mercy rule in effect. I learned that during the course of the season. If Lucic gets 8 goals, this thing is over. Of course, he might let somebody else score here as well, though. It's 8 goals for San Jose would do it, unless Hartford can get something on the board here. So I give him credit just for coming out. When you know that you're mathematically eliminated, and sometimes there's not as much of a desire to get in and play. So I salute any team that does come out and make an effort, even if they got to play on two machines, and now they don't. Mr. Morat's here. But Baby Rage is adding to the torrential rain of scoring here. As, yes, Hartford now has 4, but that is still shorthanded against the 5 that San Jose has. And San Jose already a good team. Well, actually, Dick Van Dyke, too, is out there. So DVD playing on 2 computers, playing the role of 2 players. So now he will just move up to a more defensive slot as Mr. Morat takes the net. But yeah, they're already down 5 here in this first period. And here's a possible chance for Crab in a tree. Loose on the break. And they're going to try to get a little fancy with it. He was trying to fling one across to Lucic. And now they're just going to send these back and forth against the boards. And there's a shot. This one is going to go wide. And Bo will take it in the corner. As we're down to a minute of the first period, which has really been about San Jose. Well, here's a shot, though, and that one wide. Up against the boards now, back at center ice. And just chip this through, beautifully done. Mr. Morat is going to get out there and make the save, though. And now that, yeah, they're just trying to do cool stuff, it looks like, as he tries to knock that out of the air off the one-timer. What a beautiful one there, as Lucic finds Crab in a tree. Wow.
As Tupac would say, dear mama.
Yeah, it's 6-0. And looking for 7 here. But not quite. He's not able to pull the trigger on that one. Now back up at the face-off circle. And here could be a chance for Hartford to generate some offense, but no, it's going to go back to Mr. Morat, who will try the other side. They got an empty net to shoot it off the post. Oh, it was looking good there for him. And the disappointment from Beaujardin, the Canadian superstar. As we go into the second period, 6-0. The strongest team in the league, statistically and on paper, and showing it tonight against a shorthanded Hartford team, San Jose. Up by a few here and looking to add to that. Will this game go the distance? You always have to look for the what is the moral victory in a game like this. And at this point, yeah, it might be like Rocky Balboa. Yeah, we just go the distance versus Apollo Creed. But yeah, this was already going to be a tough game for them against a very strong team, but doing it with, yeah, well, they have 5 out there technically, but one of them is playing as 2 players. So that does diminish what you can do on the ice just a little, even though Dick Van Dyke's doing a pretty good job of handling 2 players. And most people can't even deal with 1. What a save there by Mr. Morat. As that one got through traffic, he's going to get the stop on it. And that will give his team a chance to move this into the San Jose zone and at least try to get some offense here. And yeah, he's having to go from one computer to the other to do that. He didn't make it to the other computer in time. And now back the other way. They're going to send this through. And another big save by Mr. Morat. As they're just camped out in front of the net here. Sammy waiting. Lucic down in the corner. Mr. Morat gets the tip. And it is just enough to keep him from slamming home that one-timer. One-timer? Okay. I'm a little flabbergasted by what we're seeing here. And here's another chance. And, again, he did not get all of that. So he's very stationary right now, is Sammy. The long distance shot and score from Bo! The Canadian superstar puts Hartford on the board, and so it will not be a shutout on this day. What a play.
Just wonderful.
So moral victory secured, if nothing else, and who knows, could this be the comeback? As we're at the 2-minute mark of the second period, and Lucic, he will secure the puck, but it is taken away. Here's Baby Rage now. Moving through. He's got options, and he's separated from the puck. Lucic's going to circle around and grab it, though, and he is being chased by 3 players from Hartford. He will send this in. And again, they'll try to set up, and Baby Rage shoots and scores as he got just enough of the angle to get that in. How about that?
Getting it done.
Indeed, Aila, they are up by 6 once again, if my math is correct. Yes, it is. 7-1 is your score line. So we near the 1-minute mark of the second period, and yes, this is pretty much a show of force by San Jose, but Hartford, they're giving them a good solid game at least and trying to stay with them whatever they have to do, whether it's being shorthanded, whether it's playing with dancing back and forth between 2 different machines. But what a shot and score from Lucic! My goodness! Oh, his 5th of the game as he lays down the hammer. What a play. And that's it. Baby Rage will finish it off. He gets the hat trick. Lucic gets the rest. And put it in stone, San Jose looking good going into the playoffs here with a 9-1 victory over a sort of depleted Hartford team. But at least Hartford showed up to play, and that is a good thing. A spirited effort. So, we will await this third game, if I understand this correctly, folks, this New York Islanders versus Chicago Blackhawk game, the winner gets in the playoffs, the loser goes home, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I was told. And it looks like they're playing this out for fun, probably because I would suspect that some of the other teams were waiting the full length of the game before they start coming in. They do have rules about this stuff now in LHL meant to help with lag. Speaking of, it looks like we got a little lag there on the stream, but okay, it seems okay now. Okay, good. You will be able to watch these later on YouTube. We'll put them up on the IBN Casting YouTube. You'll be able to watch all the games from tonight. And don't forget the rest of them that we've done on Tuesdays are on the DGL's website on YouTube. Be able to find them there. But yeah, our game of the night coming up next. Do not go away. So we'll probably get into this one a little bit earlier than we had expected, as he left the ice, Beaujardin, the Canadian superstar, said that was the last game of his career. I hope not. We have certainly followed his career with a lot of interest. He's been a great asset to the game, especially in the international games. There's been times when Beaujardin is certainly a difference maker. So hopefully he will be back. Well, we'll see. I know a lot of people right now are talking about retirement plans and whatnot. And some of them will, some of them won't. Sometimes you just need a break and you need to come back from the game. I think with Bo, a lot of it is connection related. He said he was having a very hard time with ping and connection there. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's been a tough time lately in LHL, and there's been some frustration. Not gonna lie. And I know that there are some people that I think Gabe may be the only GM that's returning for next season. So we'll be all new captains picking teams. And there are several people that have announced that they are not playing in LHL, maybe playing in HQML. Hopefully they'll at least do that. But this is our big game of the night as Chicago. It's Peggy it's Peggy, Dial, Fuzzy Wuzzy, Quoof, and Ebcob in red. And in blue for New York, Shirtless Cheese, Shirtless Doug, Jay Lalu, Migo Meepo, and Gabe. So a big game. Playoff implications. Very important. And we are underway. Dial starting things off from their end. Now it's center ice. Stolen. Gets through a couple of people. And the defense closing in is going to get to that for Chicago. So now Migo, the international superstar, is here. No telling what his ping is. Long distance shot! And that one hit a couple of people and possibly some framework on the way in. And does not go. But at least some shots being fired here early on. In this, the final game of the LHL regular season. Puck loose. Trying to corral this in is Chicago. And it will be swatted away. They'll have to restart from their own zone. And we'll see Fuzzy do that. Sends it across. And the puck up and spinning. Jay Lalu will take it. Stolen though. Peggy here. Possible chance. He shoots. And that one blocked. And again, defense very key. Unsurprising. Here's another shot, and Fuzzy Wuzzy shoots and scores! Chicago the first on the board. 1-0. My goodness.
I am almost speechless.
We can't be almost speechless yet, Aila. We've got a lot to talk about here. My goodness.
Well played right there.
Yeah, much better. Oh. Yes, a very close game so far. Chicago trying to break it open. They've got a 1-goal lead, looking for 2. Sending the pass across. He's got it. Tries to settle it down. And it is taken away, but they're going to have a chance to possibly pick this back up as they will take it in and fire it across the slot. This will be picked up by New York. Handled now Peggy, center ice, moving it down. Pass in front of Quoof with this, and look down the boards for Dial. And he's jammed up in the corner. And will this be a chance for New York to move it? He's going to pass it on. And it is taken by Chicago, and they will be content to just dump it back into the New York zone. And we're just playing it all around the boards here. The 148 mark. Long distance shot. Big save by Quoof. And a rebound shot. Well, he was going to try to anyway. That one deflected on its way. 137. Stolen. Possible chance. Another big stop defensively. And will he get to this in time? He does. And that's going to bounce in front. And again, very alert on defense, both of these teams so far in this game. They're going to have to be. Shot now. Again, somebody got a stick on that. But it's hard to really say who has the advantage here just yet. Chicago doing very well with moving and controlling the puck, but New York has gotten their opportunities, and there was one there almost, but it is going to be tossed out of their zone under a minute left in the first. Moving it through Peggy, the pass, the shot, the score to Loriax. Beautifully done. And wow, that was just a great pass. Just lifted it over a couple of defenders and Dial there to take it home. What a play.
Oh, yes.
So Chicago fighting for their playoff lives. Now remember, at one point of the season, it was not looking good for the Chicago team at all. They had some very big struggles throughout this season. So they have really had to claw their way back to even be in this position at all. And so far, they're doing a great job with it. We'll see if New York has an answer as time will run out on the first period in Chicago with a 2-0 lead. Wow.
Nothing but quality.
Yeah, and both these teams look good. And we'll see. New York's going to have to try to pressure them a little bit more on offense. As one thing Chicago is doing is just kind of dumping and chasing it. Whenever they weren't able to really control possession, they would just throw it into the New York zone. And so it really makes New York have to travel further to get things going. And we'll probably see more of that style of play coming up here, as especially now that they've got a 2-goal cushion to work with. But here is Peggy moving it around, sending it through. Save made by Cheese. And here is New York on the move, and they will dump and chase here. Quoof going to watch this one as Evcobb takes it around the boards, and it's taken at the point. New York, shot blocked, and now they'll try to switch it up to the opposite end here. Jay Lalu will win the race to get to this first, but here comes Dial, and Chicago will regain possession and start to set up their offense again. You'll see him work from behind the net here now, looking for Peggy, trying to get it across back to Dial. But again, it is stolen, but it's going to be sent back to Cheese. And what a play there, almost, as they had it set up for the one-timer, and that was a good-looking setup. But just a little too much on that one. Is going to go past the net. So it will not result in a goal. At least not yet. But New York starting to get a little bit more offensive minded here in the second period. as they try to hold this at the point. They are able to do so. And now down in the corner. Will be a battle for it. Dislodged. They will get to it first, though. And where's he going to go with this? Taking behind the net. Looking for the wraparound. And it goes across the crease and out. But again, they're going to get to it. Shot blocked as he was looking for the backhander. And so Chicago looking good on D here, as New York had a couple of quality opportunities there. We're about halfway through regulation, and the Blackhawks have been largely in control of this game so far, but New York starting to step things up. Will it be enough? Looking for the one-timer. Chicago, Peggy coming across, down in the corner now. And this will be a chance to move it for New York. They will get it across the blue line and move it in. Fuzzy Wuzzy J. Lalu. Gabe, Peggy. Battling it out. And Cheese will get the save, and they're loose on the break here. And oh, that one's a chance. And Quoof is there as the last line of defense to make the stop. That one almost landed in dangerous territory for him. And now a couple of New York players collide in the center. Quoof to take this. Taking his time, letting his team set up, get in position. Fuzzy Wuzzy now. Moving it down. And he tried to reach behind him, gather that back up. It is stolen. Here is Migo Mipo. Under a minute. Second period, 2-0, Chicago. So they are getting a lot more pressure coming in from New York. That one almost went in. Oh, it just rattles off the left post. So close. And New York definitely getting some good looks at it here. They will want to continue doing that, and if they do, this game could end up being very, very close. It's already close in a lot of ways, but yeah, possession time has really been about Chicago. Here's a long-distance shot. Hello from Charlotte's Cheese. From the goalie position, he lets it fly. My goodness.
I never quite know what to expect.
Me neither, Aila. And so they are only down by 1 with that goal. Almost another chance before time runs out in the second, and that breathed some new life into this New York team, as they are only down by 1 going into the third period. We have a game on our hands here, folks. As New York gets it off the draw, we'll see where they move it. He's going to go by the backhand, shoots and scores. Gabe ties things up 8 seconds into the period off the opening draw. And the last GM standing. What a play.
Hell yes.
And so we're all even here in the third period. And Chicago, who looked so good early on, now they're facing a much more of an onslaught here from New York. Almost a beautiful chance there in the slot, not able to catch up to it in time. And so now Chicago moving it through to center ice. It is knocked away. This will go back to Quoof. He will play this. He's got J. Lalu coming. He will wait, and they will just continue this down. Dial on the chase. Evcobb holds it in. And shirtless Doug there. But they're going to keep this. And the chip shot, geez, is just going to keep that going and push it over the net. And now Quoof will have to come out big on this one. He almost has to deal with a follow-up there. And now skating back. Oh, that's beautiful right there as he went behind the back with the backhand save. Just like, whoops, oh yeah. And now they've got a chance. Moving, shot, save. And well done from both of these goalies. Nobody wants to give up the game winner here. I know those feels. I do. But the chance in front. Oh, stop the rebound shot. And that one does not go either. Oh. So now Chicago's starting to step it up on the O side. As we're under 3 minutes now, this is anybody's game. This one is totally up for grabs. And it's either going to be something beautiful or something crazy. Either way, it's going to be something to finish this thing off. Chicago with it briefly, picking it back up. And they're going to get it over the line here. This will be chased in Dial. Followed up Fuzzy. He's going to launch. And that one blocked. And again, yeah, there's sort of a no man's land as far as these long distance shots. It seems like the really long shots are still very effective, but your average at or around the blue line shots are kind of harder to do right now in this 5v5 because of the way that defense is played. That fifth player is almost always in a defensive position, and it gives these guys a lot more room to keep those things from happening. And something has to give, though, and here's one off the side once again. He was looking for it, and here's another chance. Spins, fires, blocked. And a few decent opportunities for Chicago will bear no fruit as we near the 1 minute mark of regulation. Oh. A nail biter going on between these two teams. Again, I believe a loser goes home if what I was told is true, that whoever wins, that you win and you're in. And Chicago really trying to get in the playoffs here, as is New York. And we'll see. Here is New York. They'll send it down. Quoof taking it. And Chicago will maintain possession, at least for a moment. Quickly taken away, New York. Gabe now. Up and around the boards. Picked off, though. And he manages to chip this one through. It does not go. It's a little wide to the left. 8 seconds. The shot from distance. And that's going to rebound in front. Possible chance. And where is the puck? My goodness, it was behind the net. And we are going to overtime. Or maybe we're not. And the GGs come out. Without, I'm not sure how the points are done. I want to say that it's similar to the NHL, in which an overtime victory is not as many points as a regulation victory, so that may have done it for the Chicago season. Not sure. We'll get a ruling on that. Nope, it's over as far as, yeah, okay, so, wow. So New York fights them off here, although this game is still going. That means that New York will get in the playoffs by just keeping them tied into overtime. Chicago will not be able to get enough points from this game with an OT win to secure a spot, but I've got to give them a nod, though, because that, What an effort. I mean, this was a team that looked at the halfway point of the season or so dead in the water. And there was, it was tough times for them. And they fought their way back. They made it to the last game of the season with a chance to get in the playoffs. But this New York Islander team will secure their spot here. So, regardless of the outcome of this game, but the outcome of this game is still in question. Chicago going to go ahead and shoot here. Cheese with the save. Actually, that one went off the post. We'll give Cheese credit for the save. So we always do. Yeah, so this game will still be played in its entirety for the sake of the standings and all that. Just a tough loss. Well, it's not really a loss yet, or it may not even be a loss for Chicago. But yeah, that's to get as far as they did from being so far behind. But New York's got to be happy about that. And now they're griping about dumping, but I mean that's part of how the game's played. And yeah, but both teams are doing it. That's true. Yeah, both teams are playing the dump and chase here. And I don't know. It's just like the NHL. And there's teams that play that and play it effectively. And what can you say about it? It's a strategy. Shot now. Chance in front. He was looking for that one-timer. It's going to be behind the intended receiver. And we are at the 1:35 mark here of the first overtime. The shot off the post. That one hit the crossbar. And that could have ended it right there, but here's another chance on the other side. And again, off the post, the rebound chance. A couple of people swatting at this. It's going to go wide to the left. Oh. And now here's set up for the one-timer. Deloriax will shoot and score to finish this one off with the assist from Evkov. That was beautifully done there. And so Chicago will get the W in the official standings. But, yeah, an overtime win does not grant you the points that a full regulation win does. So Gabe and New York are in the playoffs, which will be starting probably this weekend. And, again, we will be back on Tuesday for whatever playoff games are happening on Tuesday, or whatever games are happening on Tuesday. And we'll probably be back on the DGL website. Well, there was Twitch got hacked, and so they reset everybody's stream keys and stuff, and they didn't send me the stream key in time, so I'm not able to do it there. But we'll have that all sorted in time for next week, and we hope that you will join us there. In the meantime, more hockey coming up here on the Independent Broadcast Network. Don't forget, Friday Night Hockey, every Friday. This Friday, no different. As the HQML is underway, they're just getting started with their Season 7. And the second week of Season 7 will be taking place. And the first week was a lot of fun. We're in the ladder system now. And the second week should be a blast as well. Well, Friday Night Hockey in itself is always a blast. So we hope you will join us for that. And I think that is about all we can say here, as we've seen some interesting games tonight. And these will be up on the YouTube. If you go to IBN Casting on YouTube, we'll upload this later for you to watch there. And don't forget to follow us at Twitter, IBN Casting. And you can follow Aila at IBN Aila. Aila, you've got nearly 50 followers. That's pretty good for a virtual caster, I think. An album and all sorts of stuff. Pretty good. And I am Winners with the One. You can find me at Winners with the One. And I think that is all from us here at IBN. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in for more. We'll see you next time. Good night.
And you as well.